Hello, happy Memorial Day weekend to all of my Dolly friends in the United States of America. My name is Gina, and I want to welcome you to Little Midwest Reborns and Dolls. This is the last baby that I will be featuring from my Sleeping Baby collection. This is the Chase sculpted by Bonnie Brown. And I made Chase into a girl. And this is my Emma Evangeline. And she is wearing an Ashton Drake little romper. It has a blue background with pink and blue butterflies all over it. It's a pale blue background and some dark blue outlining of the butterflies on it. She has a pink Peter Pan collar. Around the top of the bodice is a pink satin bow. The sleeves are short sleeved, but there's a cuff on each sleeve that is pink, and she is wearing a pink ribbon in her hair and little white lacy socks. She is holding her little Boyd's bear, who is dressed in blue, and she is napping, and she has spit her pacifier out, and it is laying right there next to her. So today I wanted to come on and do a tag. Hang on here, guys. I just got to get where I can read the questions and try to keep everything steady. Okay. There we go. Now, this is hashtag Spring Fever Tag, brought to us by Gail at Susie Q's Happy Little Haven. It has 7 questions, and I am here to answer each question. But you know what? Before I start this tag, I am going to show you details of little Emma. Okay. You can see she's got a lot of real red paint like a newborn. There's like a little tiny, it's very subtle unless you get close, like stork bite. Her hair has been painted absolutely gorgeous. Her little hands and arms have that little newborn look. Her legs do. She is just gorgeous and looks like a little newborn who's just left mommy's womb. So there is my precious little Emma Evangeline. And I want to make sure there her is. There's my little girl. So sweet. All right, guys, pardon the jiggling. I decided that I didn't feel like setting up the tripod today. So I am maneuvering. I don't like that either. Okay. I am maneuvering things around, and I want you to get a good shot of Emma. Okay. Here we go with the questions. Question number 1. If I can get her centered. Okay. Now, I have Emma centered, and I can read my questions. Do you get spring fever? Such as wanting to clean, planting things like gardens or flowers or other plants. Do you want to reorganize? So do you get spring fever after that long cold winter? The answer is generally no. I do not. I hate cleaning as it is. I only clean my house because otherwise it would be gross. So it is dusted, it is vacuumed, it is mopped. I used to do it every single week when the bathrooms are cleaned weekly. The kitchen is cleaned daily, except for mopping the floor. It's swept but it's not mopped daily. When my kids were babies, I mopped my floors daily. I vacuumed daily and probably dusted a couple times a week just to make sure there was no dust and they weren't inhaling things that they shouldn't. So, um, yeah, and mopped the floors a couple times a week. Well, mopped the kitchen floor daily because the kids often were in the kitchen with me. So, yeah, no, I don't like it, and I hate reorganizing, and I have moved so many darn times that going through things and reorganize, it's a nightmare for me, and it actually makes my stomach sick. So, no, I don't get spring fever. Okay, number 2. What is your favorite spring flower? Boy, that's hard because there are so many beautiful spring flowers that I just love. But I'm going to go with tulips. I think tulips are my favorite spring flower. I also really like iris, though. So I don't know, but I'm going to go with tulips. My mom and dad have peonies. Peonies are my dad's favorite. And I think it's because they're a perennial, and all he has to do at the end of the year is cut them back, and then every year they regrow. Unlike the pansies that he'll plant or the oh my gosh, why can't I think of their petunias? He has to, those are annuals, and so he plants them, but then every year they die, and then the next year you have to replant. So, at any rate, um, mine are tulips because, well, they're a perennial also. They die off and then they come back the next year. Okay. Do you plant a vegetable garden or flowers? That's question number 3. Well, now that I live in a condominium, no, I don't do any of that. When I actually lived in a single family home that we rented, or the one that I owned at one time, yeah, I planted flowers. I planted a lot of different bulbs. And I had hanging plants that were annuals. I had some plants that were perennials to come back up, like tulips and iris and um, things like that. But now, no, I don't. And I used to plant tomatoes and mint, um, and especially the mint around the back doors and that. For not only did it look pretty, it also helped keep mosquitoes down, and it was fun to go outside and pick a fresh mint and wash it a little bit and kind of squeeze it and kind of crumple it up and then put it in your tea or your lemonade. Oh, that I liked doing that, but no, not anymore. I don't do any of that. Number 4, is spring an allergy month for you? Or I guess maybe an allergy time. Some years, yes. Some years I can be outside, and if it seems like I'm out there when the pollens are really blowing, I really do sneeze, and I tend to get sinus infections, and my eyes itch and burn, and my throat can get sore. But this year, even though we had a lot of pollen, because you could see the yellow pollen on the parked cars outside from the wind blowing, yellowy kind of green. It'd be on the windshields and the hood of the car, but for some reason this year I wasn't affected, so I don't know. Number 5, after the long winter, do you shop for new spring outfits for your reborns? No. I used to. I kind of shop a little bit all year. I'm kind of in a place where I'm trying to decide which type of outfits I want for each different baby in my collection, what the look that I want for them. So, but I need to go through clothes and that first. And right now I am on a buying freeze. I'm buying nothing. So no, I do not. When I was first new to the hobby and I first got into it and didn't have any clothes, yeah, I shopped. And it happened to be springtime, so I did then, but not now. Okay, number 6. How soon after a long cold winter do you change your reborns into their spring/summer outfits? Well, I don't really wait for the calendar to tell me. According to the calendar, I believe March 19th or something 20th was the start of spring this year. But here where I live in Missouri, it was still cold. Well, actually, what was weird is before the official start of spring, we had some spring days. Like it was 68 to 72, and it was sunny and warm and no humidity and a cool breeze. And then the calendar said springtime, and it got cold and it rained, and we've had a very, very, very rainy spring. In fact, it stormed again last night. Today it's very hot. The sun is out, and it's humid as heck. And I don't mind the warmth. I don't really like humidity, but that's what we've got going on here. So I just have to live with it. Thank God for air conditioning. Okay, and number 7, what are your favorite seasons of the year? I'm going to say spring, summer, and fall. I really, 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 really hate winter with a passion. And it's not just cold, it's when we get a little bit of snow. It's when we have freezing rain. And it's not like that happens every single day, but it seems like when it does happen, we're just not as prepared as we should be. To me, it seems like, the side roads can still be really bad, and the highways are supposed to be cleared, but the clearing on the highway, sometimes if it's still coming down, it's not clear. Or if it's been icy, it's like there's patches of mist spots, and it scares me to drive in it, guys. And people drive like maniacs. You're going slow, so they get on the shoulder of the road, and this is on a highway, and pass you on the right, and then you got somebody on the left barreling. I hate winter. I hate it for that reason, and I don't like having to put on hats and gloves and scarves, and I hate it. So, yeah. And you didn't ask me what I hated. You asked me what I liked. But I like spring when it's nice weather. It seems like the last several springs, all we've done is rain, 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 rain. And then summer comes, and at least there's not as much rain. But there are nice summer days, and when it's not too humid, I love summer. And I like to be able to swim and play in water and, So I have fond memories of summer. And then fall, I love the colors. I love the cooler weather. And, yeah. So, that's about it. Okay, everyone. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend, whether you're celebrating Memorial Day or not. For those that are celebrating, enjoy your extra time off. And to everyone else, I wish you a wonderful, lovely weekend. And remember that no matter what you're going through, God loves you, and He's always there for you. Bye-bye, my friends.